Good morning, everyone. First of all, we say thanks to Almighty God because He blessed us until now. And then, before I start the presentation today, let me introduce myself. My name is Enita Sihombing. Uh, I from group PI.A4, and my lecture is Radiaraman Purba SPD MPD. Now Now, I want to tell my seminar on research proposal. My title is Using English Song to Improve Listening Comprehension Ability on Recall Text for Grade 8 Students of SMP Negeri 12 Permatan Center. 1.1 Research Background. In the process of teaching and learning English, students' ability in mastering the foreign language skill become an important goal. This will involve receptive skill, listening skill, understanding the spoken language, and reading skill, understanding written language, and productive skills, speaking skills, producing spoken language, and writing skill, producing written language. Songs have been known by all people as a media to help students easy to remember two words in learning English. It can make the students like to memorize and say the words. It can also be fun to do. In conducting this researcher asked an English teacher of SMP Negeri 12 Pematang Siantar, what are the difficulties of teaching listening skills? There are changes from the text, and sometimes it is memorized because it is not interesting. Lack of vocabulary in learning listening, and most of the students assume that English is not important and difficult. Most of the students are from some village, so listening activities are not common for the students, and also some of the students ask with their friends when they are wrong. The students do not have encouragement to understand English because they never study English enjoyable and fun to memorize and understand English contextually with their friends, and they find difficult to write the word after listening the test. In addition, it seems that the teacher still use the monotonous teaching. According to Hidayat 2016, listening is considered as an important ability that has to be mastered. How well someone listens has a major impact on the quality of the relationship with others. It means that listening is the ability to understand the message being expressed by the speaker through the sound. Based on the statement above, the study takes the title Using English Song to Improve Listening Comprehension Ability for Grade 8 students of SMP Negeri 12 Pematang Siantar. The songs chosen are the songs made by native speakers in order to learn how to improve the students' listening comprehension ability. 1.2 Formulation of Research Problem. How does English song improve students' listening comprehension ability? 1.3 Research Objective. To improve students' listening comprehension ability through English song. 1.4 Research Significance. To enrich the theories and method regarding the use of English songs toward students' listening comprehension ability development. To the English teachers, in teaching listening by using song, so they can teach students in an effective and joyful way. While for students, it will give information on direct contribution to both students' language development in listening comprehension ability and successful achievement in listening tests. To English teacher on how listening to English songs can develop students' listening comprehension ability. It is true that the use of English songs develops students' English comprehension ability. In addition, it gives wide space the coming researchers who would like to do a research in the same topic in broader scope and large sample which can be used as reference. 1.5 Scope of research. In line with the title, the researchers focus on the effect of listening to song on students' listening comprehension ability. These decisions were taken by considering the importance of knowing that benefit of using song in facility language learning in the classroom, especially in English. In this discussion, the research described how to implement song again learning, what kind of song, and the principle of teaching listening, and what abilities are obtained in listening to song made by native speaker. The chapter 2 review of related literature. 2.1 Listening. 2.1.2 Definition of listening. Listening is often confused with hearing. While hearing is biological process that can be scientifically explained, listening is a neurological connective regarding to the process of auditory stimuli received by auditory system. Listening come from word listen. Roland Bathers, linguist, distinguishes between hearings and listening, stating, hearing is a physiological phenomenon, listening is a physiological, and etc. Barthes also stated the whereas for centuries listening could be defined as an intentional act of addition. Today it is granted to power in the bracket in virtually the function of playing over unknown space, including unconscious from. According to Bulletin, listening is the one of the fundamental language skills. It is a medium through which children, young people, and adults gain a large portion of their education, their information, their understanding of the world and of human affairs, their ideals, sense of value, and their appreciation in this day of mass communication. They regard much of it oral. It is of vital importance that our pupils be taught to listen effectively and critically, he said. For such Carol, T.A. and Nugent say that listening is decoding sounds and understanding its meaning behind just sound. It is noticeable that there is a similarity in their two definitions in which the authors emphasize listeners' comprehension in listening. 2.1.2 Types and process of listening. A. Types of listening activities. There are many types of listening that depends on the purpose itself. In here are the types of listening that students can develop their listening skill. The first is active skill. The second is critical skill. The critical listening. The third is content listening. To effectively apply content listening, it is needed again to identify the main idea or key point of the message. Then the next thing to do is to ask question for clarification. If his message was misunderstood, this will increase the level of understanding of the message transmitted. The part B, process of listening activities. There are three types. The first is pre-listening, the second is during listening, and the third is after listening. Students needed to act upon what they have heard to clarify meaning and attend their thinking, while plain post-listening activities are just as important as those before and during class. Some examples follow. A. To begin with, students can ask questions of themselves and the speaker to clarify the understanding and confirm their assumption. Part B. To suggest that the post-mortem is a very useful device. C. Students can summarize a speaker's presentation orally, in writing, or as outlined. D. Students can review that learns and other information that they did not have any opportunity to record during the speech. A. Students can analyze and evaluate critical what they have heard. V. Students can be given opportunities to engage activities in that build on and develop concept acquired during an oral presentation. 2.1.3 The purpose of listening. In everyday situation, there are a great number of reasons for listening. Brown and Yule divided the purpose into two main categories: interactional and transactional. Interactional purpose conveys social reasons of communication such as chatting up at a party, whereas rational is used to express exchange of information such as full interaction. 2.1.4 Listening achievement. To know whether students already mastering what they have been learned and how much progress they have done can be provided in how high the achievement they had. To perceive students achievement, teachers must do an evaluation after the learning process is done. The evaluation can show whether the students already understand what have been taught. So it can be concluded that listening skill achievement students' ability in listening skill curves that acquired through the score. Achievement only can be achieved after students acquire their learning in listening scores. The students will achieve their intent in listening if they catch on what they learn and have a good result in listening test. 2.1.5 Strategy of listening. Listening strategy are conscious plans to deal with incoming speech, particularly when the listeners know that the or she must compensate of incomplete input or partial understanding. For representative students in the area, Sid, Rose, and Rose, Casper, Van der Gief, Rose and Rose study of post text found that more province listeners to tend to use more hypothesis testing, the bracket asking about specific information in the story, rather than lexical post downs, the bracket asking about word meaning, and global reprises in the bracket asking for general repetition. He also found a grader, the bracket reported, used the metacognitive strategies and higher proficiency levels. Based on his finding, founders give prof, purpose of a pedagogic plan for encourage the use of metacognitive strategies at all proficiency levels. Learners can be benefit from the training and learning strategies. Two types of useful strategies are: the first is communication strategies to assist comprehension. For example, making a prediction before listening selectively, knowing how to interrupt politely, and etc. The second is learning strategy. Stage for noticing language form in the input in their independent language. For example, is negotiating. In the bracket is seeking clarification, listening for patterns, and focus listening. 2.2 Comprehension level. Comprehension level is difficult to define at its most basic level. Comprehension means understanding what is heard or read. Comprehension is different from remembering. Comprehension is not about defining words or repeating a sentence. Comprehension involves reaction of a coherence and integrated understanding of sentence, paragraph, and the text selection. Comprehension is an active and complex process which the first is includes the act of simultaneously extracting and constructing meaning from the text, enable readers to derive meaning from the text when they engage in additional problem solve and thinking process. The last is a live and institutional situated social culture and intellectual practice that is much more than a semantic element of making meaning. There are three. The first is literal comprehension, B in inferential comprehension, C critical comprehension. The last D is evaluative comprehension. 2.3 Song as a media to improve listening ability. 2.3.1 Definition song. According to Edgar, song is a piece of music that is sung. Futons also said that song is a language package that combines culture, vocabulary, listening, grammar, and also as a moderator for other language skills in just few rhymes. Song based on the Oxford Dictionary is a little part of music. In an additional grave, that the song is a part of music which have word, and it has some elements that make song differ from the poetry or speech. Although they are have many similarities, songs are a natural ways to get children to pay attention to rhymes and fun way to learn. Scope at the song will be fairway if it can be interacted with the language listen. Song will always be connected with music. Music can be important tool to achieve a relation and harmony to improve effectively of learning. Music is chosen and determined in proper way to help students in acquiring and mastering material easily. 2.3.2 Kinds of song. Dell T Grips classify song into 5 types based on their length and tempo. A. All songs. It is called so because any activity can be used with these kinds of song. B. Short or slow songs. It means that the activity which is aligned with these kinds of song is the activity that does not need lots of energy, such as sleeping. C. Song that tells stories. It is a song that has a chronological order story. It is has a beginning, a middle, and end. E. Short songs or fast song. This song typically has no refrain, praise, or refrains. It is also had a quick tempo and short time. Song as a media of educational needs serious attention because has not been running well and not encouraged opportunity to develop. Song can support the increase of the students' motivation and activities. Songs, especially Korean pop song, express a great influence over the younger generation from which our students come. 2.3.3 The factors contributions to listening comprehension of song. The possibility in using songs in English as a foreign language class has been effectively considering for the last decades. Song is considered to become one of the material in English class because it has many language value in it is possible to suggest among the methodological purpose with songs that are used in classroom. It is possible to rank the following. uh, A. Practicing the rhythm, stress, and intonation patterns of the English language. B. Teaching vocabulary, especially in the vocabulary reinforcement stage. C. Teaching grammar in this respect are used by teacher to investigating tenses. The practicing speaking for this purpose. Songs and mainly their lyrics and employed as a stimulus for class discussion. Teaching listening comprehension. The last developing writing skills for this purpose song can be used in a variety of ways. According to Lanes, there are three factors that contributed listening comprehension to song. There are A. Using a new vocabulary. The B. Using a sense of singer. The C. Using grammar and new structure. Uh, in additional, the use of song in teaching and learning English as a foreign language is feel much needed. From song listeners can learn many things such as vocabulary, grammar, speaking, writing, and especially listening. 2.4 Recontext. 2.4.1 Definition of recontext. According to Breveton in Jacob, 2006, recount is retelling events or experience in the past. Its purpose is retelling events in the past. The generic structures of recount are orientation, event, and reorientation. It is similar to Greece, 2007, point 10.30 states the recounts is tell that readers what happened in the past through a sequence of events. A good recount in improving second language acquisition should be entertaining and informative. It should retell on incidents or even in fairly objective or factual style. 2.1.3 Types of recontext. As a concept of writing, Josephine et al. 2007 identify recontext consists of three parts. There are personal recount, factual recount, and imaginative recount. A personal recount exposes an event in which the writer and the others got involved or acted in the event themselves. Belong these types factual among other are daily funny incidents, interest, diary, and etc. B. Factual recount is a note or an event such as scientific experiment report, police report, newspaper report, history explanation, and etc. The last is imaginative recount is general event or story like reading text for language lessons, a story about life or self, and etc. While Carwin 1990 divided two types of recounts, namely personal recount and historical recount. 2.1.3 Generic structure. This generic structure, according to Grace et al., is Asman 2003. There are three parts, namely is the first is orientation. Orientation is who were involved in the story, when and where it happens. The second is event. Event are to tell what happened in chronological order. The third is reorientation, the conclusion of the story. 2.4.4 Language feature of recontext. A. Using the simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. B. Using temporal sequence. An example on Saturday, on Monday, on Sunday. C. Focus on specific participant. Example is the writer. D. Using the conjunction such as then, before, after, and etc. The last is using action verb. Example is when, state. 2.5 Relevant features. Relating to this study, there are some preferred studies that use song in general or popular song for specific on listening skill. A. The research by Multimind entitled The Correlation Between Students' Habit in Listening Song and Their Listening Ability. B. A research by Fismer entitled "The Correlation Between the Declining in Listening to the Songs and Students' Achievement in Listening Comprehension of First Semester of SMP of English Study Program of University Bengkulu Academic Years 2001, where the result is the English songs are helpful in stimulating the development of students' listening comprehension. See, studies come from Bangladesh conducted by Shane R. in 2009. The title is Use of Song Rhymes and Games in Teaching English to Young Learners in Bangladesh. The research was titled is Improving Students' Vocabulary Mastery Using Song Lyric, a classroom action research of the 7th grade students of MTS Muhammadiyah to Karanganyar in 2016. A research from Stephanie Jessica entitled Improving the Pronunciation Through Listening to English Song. The results of the English study indicate that the use of effectively English song is used to improve students' pronunciation skills. The difference with my research is the song is used to improve students' pronunciation skills. The difference with my research that I want to improve students' listening skill by using English song and use class action research to get research results, while he used quantitative data to get his research results. Chapter 3, tip 3.1 Research Design. Research design of the study is classroom action research or CAR. The study will follow the sign of the classroom action research that involves that stage of identifying the problems, planning action, observing, and reflecting. This research design is to find out the results of improving students' ability in writing recount text by using picture series program SMP Negeri 12 Mata Shantar using classroom action research. CAMS, a quote by Hobbes, gives the definition of research. Action research is from of self-reflective inquiry undertaken by participants in social situation. 3.2 Research subject and location. 3.2.1 Research subject. The researchers hold the classroom action research classroom research at the 8th grade of SMP Negeri 12 Mata Shantar. The researchers will choose on class of the students from whole class a sample is in the study. 3.2.2 Research location. This classroom action research will be conducted at SMP Negeri 12 Pematang Siantar. The subject of the research is the 8th grade in 2022 academic years. The class consists of 32 students. 3.3 Technique data collection. Collecting data is an important thing, and in this research, the technique of data collection which is used is pre-test and post-test. Here is the step of pre-test and post-test. 3.3.1 Pre-test. The students of both control and experimental class were given the test. It is called pre-test. The pre-test was conducted the testimony of learning process. The students are given a song which consists of 10 items. Test question for blank in English song or easy test after treatment and explanation of pre-test basically measure whether the experimental and control group were equal. 3.3.2 Post-test. The post-test is held on the end. The post-test was given to the experimental class after giving and treatment and explanation. It was given in order to know whether using English song it's more effective or not in learning listening comprehension. After having the results of the test, they are scored. The test used closed test, which means some words. It was defined into 20 questions for blank in multiple choice in English song or easy test. This also means that the student's score will range from 0 when the students could answer the entire questions, the highest possible score 100 when the students could not answer entire questions. Procedures of data analysis. 3.4. The data get through the test was analyzed by using the following steps. The first, scoring the students a query of answer. The second, scoring the students general understanding. The third, to find out the students means score the pre-test and post-test. To find out the last the number 4, to find out the significant differences between the score or of pre-test and post-test. Okay, sir. I think that's all about my presentation. uh, I think that's all my explanation about my proposal. uh, I say thank you.